be able to speak on behalf of class of 1990. We have so many funny and interesting people in our class. We have so many business leaders here in the community in our class. And they chose the class clown. Not many people at work would believe I was speaking today either, because I'm kind of a clown at work too. You know, actually this is kind of a special moment. Would you guys care if I took a quick selfie? You guys be alright with that? So, let me see how this thing works here. Everybody smile, okay? Put that bad boy right up on Instagram. Hashtag CHS. Do you know how ridiculous it would have been in 1990 to have, they tell somebody, I'm going to take a photo of you with my phone? It's just ridiculous. Even more ridiculous is if you were to ask your mom, hey, when are you going to Hy-Vee next? And she'd say, well, what do you need? And you'd say, well, I need to have a canister of film developed. And she might say, well, what's on the canister of film? And you would say, only see every meal that I've had for the past 2 weeks. That red pussy thing that was on my knee. Oh, and I've got 15 great shots of me going, spend money for that? Anybody? We had texting. We did have texting back in 1990. You know how we texted? You took an 8 by 11 piece of paper. You wrote something really important on it. And you would wait until the teacher would leave. And you would fold it up and you would send Go ahead and open it up. Right? It's hard, isn't it? The 90s were hard. The 90s were 10 degrees colder and everything was in black and white and harder. What's it say? You didn't know we invented the whip and nay-nay, did you? The 90s were so hard, the only thing that was pumpkin spiced was pie. That was it. That's how hard it was. Our class kind of bridged the gap between old technology and new technology. We had a typing class, which kind of seems silly now. I think it was in class room 130 maybe. And we'd walk into the room, and there was this whole room of these IBM Selectra 2s, and they were coffee brown, and they were hideously ugly, right? And you would sit down at your desk, and you'd be really quiet, and the typing instructor would give you your instruction, but you could not turn the typewriter on. These were electric typewriters, right? And as soon as you hit this typewriter, it immediately sounded like you were in a power plant. Like the whole room, like, oh. This was all of the typewriters. There'd be like 25 typewriters, and the room would smell like ozone. And in the middle of the typewriter, it had this little silver ball, and it had the letters and the numbers on it, and you would like, even if you like gently strike the keys, you know, you had to have your fingers on the home keys and stuff, right? And the ball would go, bam! You know, when you would type, it would go, bam, 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 bam. For like 50 minutes, you were just beaten up on a white piece of paper. It was so loud, and it was just so violent, you know, and at the end of the hour, it just felt like you were in a boxing match. So for me, my junior year, the bell would ring, and I I'd get up, hand in my paperwork, and I would walk 20 yards down the hall to the computer lab. Now, the computer lab was different. A brand new, gosh, what were they? IBM PS2 is what I had. They were white, shiny, no noise at all. They were really quiet. You didn't have to sit up straight. You could slouch. You didn't have to have your fingers on the home key. I mean, because really the only keys that we used in programming at that time were 1, 2, 3, X, Y, and Enter. Those were the only, they could have made a keyboard of just that for computers at that time in 1989. And it was so soft and tranquil and quiet that sometimes I would gently fall asleep in class. And I enjoyed computers so much to this day, 25 years later, every day at 2 o'clock, I still take a nap with my computer. The great swell of computer technology wouldn't hit until after we graduated. The government really didn't release the internet on us until 1993. And man, when that hit, it was crazy. We were Googling each other and Yahooing each other and downloading free music. And there was this little baby that would cha-cha. And every time you opened up an email, your mom was asking you how computer stuff worked. It was like the wild, wild west of fun and entertainment. Until December 31st, 1999. Now this was kind of a big time. December 31st, 1999. The stroke of midnight, it was going to be year 2000. And whatever geniuses invented the computer did a great job up until December 31st, 1999, because they forgot that the 1 in 1999 was going to be a 2. So we didn't know what was going to happen the next day. They did not program the fact that we were going to have it. They called it the Y2K bug. I mean, we didn't know if planes were going to fall out of the sky, if we were going to lose our bank account, or what. So there were a lot of us that were sitting at work on New Year's Eve. Now, nobody likes to work at New Year's Eve, but it was really hard on our class, for those of us at work, because we were supposed to be partying like it was 1999. I mean, we've been planning on this since 1983. And here we are, tapping, waiting for the year 2000 to come. Since our class graduated in 1999, we've seen the fall of the Soviet Union, a genocide in Bosnia. The human genome's been mapped. We've cloned sheep. I've not heard much more about that, but we've done that. We've had attacks on American soil that will change our lives forever. We've been involved in 7 wars, countless international skirmishes. One of which that took the life of our classmate, the hero, Marine Sergeant Travis Riddick. So here's some stats that kind of blew me away. Since we graduated in 1990, we've only had 4 presidents. That seems crazy to me. It seems like I've voted a lot more than that. And this is really going to blow you away. And I checked it in different places. The price of a gallon of gas in 1990 and now, there's only a 93 cent difference. It just seems like, I mean, I remember when Joe's Quick Shop put the 1, like it went from 97 cents to $1.02 or something. I was at Joe's Quick Shop when they were putting the 1 up, and I thought, man, when I'm 43, a gallon of gas is going to be like $50. We no longer have a supersonic passenger jet that can carry us between Paris and New York in 3 hours. We no longer have a space shuttle program, and Pluto is no longer a planet. Now, all's not lost on space exploration. We've landed several rovers on Mars, which, when I was a kid, Mars was just so far off. I mean, it's been so popular that based on the box office take from last weekend's movies, I was really impressed that NASA was able to save Matt Damon from Mars. I mean, that's a big step, right? He's a national hero. You guys are so lucky. All you guys in school. I know it doesn't seem like it, but you are. You are so blindly bold. You have courage threaded in your DNA you don't even know you have yet. You're going to go out into the world, and I don't mean Paris, or Chicago, or New York, but you're going to go out in the world. The world's Centerville. You're making your own decisions. You're going to go out in the world. You're going to be sitting in a meeting. Maybe it's for work. Maybe it's a community meeting. Adults go to a lot of meetings. And people are going to be asking for help. Or bosses are going to be asking you to do a task. Or co-workers are going to be asking you for a portion of a task. They're going to be asking you to help. And you're going to be sitting there listening to them, and you're going to be thinking to yourself, all they're asking for is work. They just need somebody to do some work. They just want people to help and work. Am I missing something? You're not going to be missing anything. You got it right. You've been given several gifts by being in Centerville, one of which is a great education. When you graduate from here, if you've worked hard and you've studied hard, you're going to be in the workforce and you're going to have a lot of options available to you. You've got a great education here. The second thing that you have available to you is you have been taught how to work hard and how to make decisions. Problem solving. That's what they want in the workforce today. And you guys have that. It's in you. That's part of it. Living in Centerville, solving problems, working hard. And to other people out there, this is going to come off as bold. Your willingness to work hard is going to come off as bold, but it's not. It's just work. It's just working hard. And you guys have it in you. This boldness wears off, I got to admit. It happened to me. When I was asked to speak, I was pinged on Facebook. I'm on Facebook, look me up. Not the kids, because the kids aren't on Facebook. But when I was asked to speak, I got pinged on Facebook. I called Russ Oak and I said, Russ, I've been asked to do our address for the 25th reunion. And I said, is this something that you want to do? And Russ said, well, I guess I'll do it. I don't know, but why don't you do it? And I said, well, hey, listen, it's 25 years. I want to make sure that we have a good representation of our class. And, if this is something you want to do, I think you should do it. And Russ goes, well, I think you should do it. Why can't you do it? You're going to be as good as anybody else. So we talked a little bit more and I hung up. And I sat there. And I thought to myself, this is right. Why not me? Why not me? Me 25 years ago, I would have said, sure, I'll give a talk. I would have sat down at my IBM Selector 3 and I would have bam, 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 bam. I would have ripped out a speech right away. But me today really wasn't like that. I know you're all not fully aware of what I'm talking about, and that's okay. You will be. I just want you to be aware that there's going to be times in your life, maybe it's in a huddle, maybe it's at your workplace. There's going to be opportunities for you to lead and take on a task. And when that happens, I want you to answer the bell. I want you to ask yourself, why not me? Why can't I be the one that does this? Why can't I rise to the occasion? I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you. Because I'm one of you. I graduated from here. Go Big Red.